Hey guys, welcome to Sarah's version of GMing. We'll see how it goes. We are playing Lady Blackbird tonight, and it is all of our first time playing, and we're really excited. And we have my three favorite players here, Abby, Logan, and Sean. And I'll let them tell you who they are going to be playing. So, Abby, who are you playing?
All right, I am playing Lady Blackbird. She is going by Natasha Siri for the moment because she is on the run from the authorities because she had a arranged engagement to a Mr. something or other.
Count Carlo.
I don't care
Mr.
about
Count
that man.
Carlo.
I cannot be bothered. And I'm on the run. I'm going to go be with my lover, the Pirate King Uriah Flint.
Until we got detained. But I'll lay the scene before we start so everyone knows the backstory. All right, Sean, who are you?
All right, my name is Kale Arkan, and I'm a burglar and petty sorcerer, first mate and mechanic of the Owl, which is the ship we're trying to transport this runaway on, who I think should be Lady Lovebird rather than Lady Blackbird. And I'm going to be doing a Scottish accent. Please forgive me if you're Scottish. It might disappear.
We forced him into it.
Is there anything else important about me? I have a bond with the captain of the Owl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit greedy because I like shiny things, and I'm also part of this mission to deliver the lovely Lady Blackbird. So she kind of have a sworn in on this operation. We'll see how that goes.
All right, Logan, you're
Ready.
up.
Yes, okay. So I will be playing Snargle. He's the goblin sky sailor and pilot. He's just here to have a good time, really. He's a daredevil. And so that's how he got the job as a pilot, is because he is able to put everyone in harm's way by piloting the ship to get out of the way. And that's it. And he can change shape at will. And sometimes he does it not meaning to. So we'll see how that comes up if it does.
Perfect. Okay, so do you guys have any big questions about mechanics before we start? Otherwise, we'll just kind of introduce it as we go.
That sounds good.
I mean, Sean's the mechanic.
Sean is the mechanic. Sean is the mechanic. I'll make him explain everything. That sounds great. I'm just here to ask questions and tell people no.
Sure, I'll read the rules summary real fast.
Those are essentially the rules to DMing.
What do you mean by that? And no.
No, you
okay,
tell people yes and make it impossibly hard to succeed. That's really the trick.
Yes, but you're gonna be desperate limited.
And I'm gonna shoot you.
Desperate
zero.
Desperate zero.
Zero. That's true. I forgot that there was even worse than limited.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway,
nice.
We're not playing Blades in the Dark. We're playing Lady Blackbird.
Yeah.
So I will read the intro scenario, which will set up where our three intrepid characters are and what they want to do next, and we will just go from there.
Real quick, Sarah, there's two other characters, right?
Yes.
I mentioned the captain, but there's also
I don't think the bodyguard matters.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you guys that in gameplay, but we can talk about it now. Do you want the captain to be like a continuous person to play against, Sean, or you can also decide to break that key or buy off that key if you want to change your character?
Oh.
If you buy off a key, you get 2 advancements immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pick 2 different advancements that you want, and you can do it at any time. You just have to make it make narrative sense. So you can say, like, we have to leave the captain behind, and then you can that would be like the
Oh.
narrative cue to buy off your.
Well, I was gonna say because doesn't. Oh no, I guess Lady Blackbird doesn't really have a connection to him necessarily.
No, he does to her, but she doesn't to him.
Yeah, I don't to
Oh.
anybody. All I care about is
Lady
myself.
Blackbird only cares about herself.
And Uriah Flint.
And her pirate lover.
Who is a flame mage, BT dubs, guys.
What? That's hot.
Yeah.
Uh,
And you're they call them blood, so you're a storm blood, and he's
Stormblood.
I think a
He's
flame
fire
blood.
blood. Ooh. Wow.
I kind of maybe want to try and play with it
Okay, that's fine.
for a bit. And
Yes,
if
so
it's
I'll-
not working, we'll get rid of it. We'll extend
Okay.
it.
So I'll kind of maybe be a little bit of the voice of Cyrus if needed, but otherwise I'll be like, what's Cyrus doing now? Or, I'll kind of
Okay, yeah.
ask that. So, okay.
I'll help manage.
That's
Cyrus.
just to clear up for people watching. When you play Lady Blackbird, there are 5 preset characters that you can play. And so since there's only 3 of us here, 2 of them we're leaving behind. One is the captain of the ship.
Who needs him? We've got the pilot. We've got the mechanic. What's a
We got a
captain
mechanic and we
for?
got a pilot. We don't need a captain. It's fine.
That's useless.
Snargle's in charge. Who knows? Lady Blackbird might captain the ship.
Yeah.
And the other one is a character who plays Lady Blackbird's bodyguard. But we
I
chose not
don't
to
have a
use
bond
the-
with her, and I don't think either of you do either. So we can probably just ditch her too.
pretend she's never existed.
Who?
Okay.
I don't even know.
Her name
Naomi
is-
Bishop.
Yeah, Naomi Bishop.
Never heard of her.
Yep.
Great.
Perfect.
You don't need to. She's dead to us. Whereas Cyrus, we'll keep him in play
Bodyguards
for a
and
little bit.
captains don't
He's
need
in
them.
limbo.
Only pirate captains count
Unimportant.
here. Okay. Any other questions? Nope. All right. Here goes. I will read the intro scenario. All right. Cue announcer voice. Lady Blackbird is on the run from an arranged marriage to Count Carlo. She hired a smuggler skyship, the Owl, to take her from her palace on the Imperial world of Elysium to the far reaches of the Remnants, so she can be with her once secret lover, the pirate king Uriah Flint. However, just before reaching the halfway point of Haven, the Owl was pursued and captured by the Imperial cruiser Hand of Sorrow under charges of flying a false flag. Even now, Lady Blackbird and the crew of the Owl are detained in the brig, while the commander of the cruiser, Captain Hollis, runs the smuggler ship's registry over the wireless. It's only a matter of time before they discover the outstanding warrants and learn that the Owl is owned by none other than the infamous outcast Cyrus Vance, the captain of the ship. So,
We'll just turn him in and be like, okay, bye.
here you go. Arrest him. Boy, bye. So, I imagine you guys are in a cargo kind of hold situation on the Hand of Sorrow. You have, 3 or 4 guards outside the cargo hold, and you can hear them kind of muttering, maybe kind of just gossiping back and forth, complaining about, how far they have to go from Elysium. They were supposed to have a break, and then they got called off of, their break duty to be able to capture this ship. So you hear mutters and complaints of about like 3 guys outside the doors.
Hey, one of you lads. Come here.
Are we tied up like in rope, or are we just in this room?
I think they haven't tied you up because they don't know who you are yet. You're just
okay.
like detained.
Come here.
And I'm
come
going
here,
to
come
say
here.
Cyrus is in there with you.
Okay, I'll waddle up. Yes.
No, not the guards. Snargle.
Ow.
Okay, so you're banging. What are you doing, Miss Blackbird?
I'm calling them.
Okay, you're calling them.
so
Are
I
you
can
calling
have a
them through the door?
reasonable conversation with them.
Okay. That sounds like something that you should roll on.
Okay, I will roll. So I get 1 die to start with, just
Get
'cause
one
I'm
die
rolling.
automatically. Mm-hmm.
Then I will use charm
Perfect.
and command
Mm-hmm.
and charisma.
Great.
So 4 dice.
That is 4 dice.
Okay.
You can also pull a dice from your pool if you want, or somebody can help you by lending a dice.
Do we get to know the difficulty before we roll?
Yes. So
Okay.
I'll say you just want to get a reasonable conversation out of them.
I just wanted to get one of them to come over here and talk to us.
I would say that's a 2.
Okay. I'll roll my. I'll make it 5. I'll spend 1 on my pool. Fantastic.
Perfect. All right. So one of the guys says, huh. What you want, lady?
I think there's been a big misunderstanding here. I'm with the Siri family. I don't know if you've heard of us, but I can make it worth your while. You just let us go.
He's like, look, I'm as tired as dealing with you guys as everybody else, but I don't know. I can't let you go anywhere until the results come back from Captain Hollis's search.
What results are you waiting on?
Oh, we have to run your registry over the wireless.
I can assure you it will come back clean. You can just let us go. I'll pay you extra on the side, you know. You don't have to tell anybody about it.
Okay, this would be another roll, I think, to actually convince him.
Gonna use charm again.
I'm gonna say 4.
Oh my goodness.
I can help.
Okay. How
are you gonna help, Snargle?
Okay, so when I help, do I just give from my pool, or can I also call on my traits and tags?
You just give
You
one
have to-
from your pool.
You can only give 1 from your
Yeah.
pool,
Never
but you
mind,
have to
you're on your own.
narratively make it make sense.
You're on your own.
Okay. I'm gonna use charm. So I would start at 1 plus charm. Plus charisma.
Okay.
Plus presence.
Okay.
Plus. Is he a servant?
He's serving that other guy.
I would say he's more of a soldier than he is a
Ugh.
servant. It's an Imperial ship, so he is like in
Can I
the
use
Navy.
command?
You can use command,
Okay. 5
but
dice.
you have to change it to let us out now.
Yes.
Okay.
That's fine.
And it's 4 difficulty.
4 difficulty. I'll spend. I don't know how important the pool is. I'll spend 2 pool. I'll roll 7 dice.
Oh.
Well, Abby's just gonna steamroll.
Okay.
Abby, we're gonna find Uriah Flint in the next 2 minutes. It's gonna be
It's
great.
supposed to last 2 sessions, but it's gonna last 2 minutes at this rate.
Oh, I can make it harder.
I find Uriah Flint.
Okay,
Six,
so
six,
I
six,
think
six,
he's gonna
six.
let you out, Lady Blackbird, but I
Oh.
don't think he's gonna let everybody out.
I said us. And it was 4 difficulty, Sarah. That's fine. I mean, that's fine.
All right,
good with
I'll
that.
let you. He'll be like the captain. You know, he'll say, you know, I have to run this by the captain, so I'll let you out and bring you to the captain.
Okay, sure.
So he lets you all out and herds you down the hallway. And as we're walking down the hallway, Lady Blackbird, do your other crewmates, do they know that you're a disguised noble on the run, or do they
Yeah.
know? Okay, so they know your secret identity.
Yes.
Okay, so they're not surprised at all if you like whip out the knowledge
No.
of being a noble.
Yeah, no.
Perfect. Okay, so
I think maybe it was Snargle's idea to have a disguise in the first place, because Lady Blackbird was just like, I'll be fine, like, it's just public knowledge now and it's not a problem. Like, I'm just
it's
escaping.
Snargle,
I'm not like
master of
yeah.
disguise that he is.
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
sly, crafty, and sneaky.
Was like, no,
Yeah.
we can't take this job unless you're in disguise.
I haven't
It's too
taken
dangerous.
disguise yet, though, but we'll just pretend like I have.
Okay. So
Cover name.
he, he leads you up to the captain's office, and the other two guards, flank you guys in the back. And he gives a brisk knock to the Captain Hollis's room, and you hear a stern enter, and he opens the door, and he's takes off his hat, and he rings it in his hands, and he's like, Captain, this lady here demanded to speak to you. She seemed like she had something important to say. I'll let
Snargle will stroll up.
So wait, remind me again. Yeah, are me and Snargle there?
You guys are there, yeah. Abby said all of us, so you guys all got included.
Okay.
So all three of you and Cyrus, the captain, are
Yes, and Cyrus. Okay.
there. So yeah, what does Snargle do, Logan?
I just imagine just like this lady has something important to say, and then Snargle's the first one to walk into the door.
I'll pat you on your back as you go.
And he's like, your definition of a lady has changed lately.
You're not too easy either, Toots. Bam, everyone laughed. I hit my key.
Alright, hit your key. Hit your key.
I hate that Logan's gonna be so good at his keys. It's make everyone laugh, and he does it all the time.
Okay, so Lady Blackbird or Snargle, did you want to get a word in edgewise with the captain?
I encourage Snargle to go in the door first. So.
I guess so. I guess, do we, Sarah,
Yes.
is the whole campaign, like, scope-wise, like, if we just solve this problem right now, is that expected, or is this, like...
Oh, you can solve this problem right now.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Getting
Yeah.
out of the brig, getting off the ship, onto
Okay,
your own ship.
problem one.
Oh, we're not on the owl?
No.
No, we're on the Hand of Sorrow or whatever.
Honey boo boo, you're
Oh.
not on the owl.
No.
Wait, on the owl no more.
You're on the Hand of Sorrow, which is, like 4 times the size of the owl.
Where is the owl? Do we know?
You don't know. You have to find that out, my dear pilot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is, like, to get to the Pirate King, you have to acquire a special secret.
Yeah,
that,
you need
like,
to get the
only
map
that
of
you
where
have
he
to
lives.
learn from someone else.
Yeah.
That's like an NPC.
Got
So,
it.
you have to do that first before you can even just start getting to the Pirate King.
Mhm.
Captain, whatever.
Yeah, he has a secret lair that you can't just fly off to the remnants and drop off Lady Blackbird.
I mean, we could. It would be in the wrong spot, but...
And you'd be like, any flame bloods over here? Yoo-hoo! So, yeah, the remnants, just for everybody's knowledge, is kind of like an asteroid field. So it's hard to navigate in and of itself. So you would want a map anyway. And in addition to Uriah Flint having a secret hideaway that you don't necessarily know how to get to. So there's multiple levels to the remnant, and you're halfway, you're low on fuel. The owl, when you get it back, is low on fuel. So you're going to have to get more fuel anyway. So it's not going to be solved quite so easily, unless Abby keeps rolling success.
Okay, perfect.
Great. Otherwise, so you guys stroll into the captain's plush office.
I don't think Kale's gonna stroll on in. He's gonna try and hang back as much as possible, and
Okay. Is he covering his face?
he's standing as far to the side / to the back to where the door is as possible, because I think he's gonna want to potentially sneak away
Okay.
once, if there's a suitable distraction.
Oh boy, I got you covered. Is this is like the bridge, right? Like this is where the steering wheel is?
I was thinking more of just his captain's
Oh.
quarters, not the bridge.
Well, never mind then.
Do you want to talk or do you want me to talk, Logan?
You can go. I'll interject when I
Okay.
Snargle see fit.
Okay, so Captain Hollis, you see him.
How
he's
old
just
is he?
he's you've seen him just like send your information on the wireless.
Okay. Oh,
So
geez.
at any moment, information is going to come back saying that these guys
Oh,
are
jeez.
Okay.
totally
you talk to him. I'll
illegitimate.
go deal with that.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
How old
And
is
I would
this
say he's like
captain?
he's 45.
Okay. Let me.
Stern looking, very uncompromising.
Hello, old fellow.
Yeah. He's like, "Madam, what can I do for you? Why have you bothered my guards?
Colleagues
Bring me
were
up here."
so kind to bring me up to speak to you because I think this has all been a big misunderstanding and a load of poppycock. And I think
Really? Who are you to tell me?
I am of the Siri family, and I would like you to let me go immediately.
He's like, "Oh, really? Somebody?" He's like, what person of the prestigious Siri family would be traveling in a
My
tatty
business is
smuggler's
my own,
ship?"
good sir.
Okay, he said, "You're gonna have to roll again,"
Yeah.
and he is going to be, I think, a 4
Okay.
to even just like believe that you. What do you want him to believe? What do you want him to do? Do you want him
I
just to
want
believe
him
you?
to believe me. Yeah, just to believe me.
To
And
that,
like
and
maybe
what is he
if
believing?
he's believing that I am an innocent noble, and if Cyrus
You don't care about the rest of the crew, but
and
everybody else is.
if Cyrus's stuff comes back and he's bad, that I mean I still need this crew, like a workable crew, but maybe
Okay, so
one of
you
us can
basically
take the
are
blame.
arguing that you have
I have
a
important
legitimate reason for using illegitimate means, which are
Yes.
these
Yes.
this crew.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
let's make it a 5.
Do you think charm or cunning is more applicable?
Do you feel like you're being nice, or if you're being do you feel like you're being sly?
I feel like I'm being nice.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm getting.
you're batting your eyes a little bit
before whipping out the lightning. So, 1 to start, 1 for charm,
Okay.
1 for charisma,
Okay.
1 for presence,
Okay.
1 for. Is he a noble? He might be.
He might be. I would say he's not. I would say
Okay.
he's just a high up civilian.
And then 1 for command.
Okay. 1 for command.
So 5 dice. 5 difficulty, Sarah?
Yeah, he's not like the underlings you convince too easily, and he is much more skeptical.
I get to keep my pool if I fail, right?
If you
It
fail, you
grows
keep
by
your pool
1.
and you grow 1 dice.
Okay, so I'll use my whole pool. Because why not?
Make big moves.
I love it.
Whoa!
And just like that.
Lady
Oh,
Blackbird
God.
needs
I
no
have
crew.
pool, so-
So you'd have no more pool.
Yep.
Pool is wiped out. Okay. So he kind of stands up, looks at you a little closer. And he's like, "Oh, you do seem rather familiar. I did work with your father once. It seems as though the Blackbird blood is strong in your family."
No,
Yes,
I said
can
Siri.
see the Siri blood is
Mhm.
strong in your family. I can see it, the resemblance in your nose. He
Sure
was
you
always
can.
such a daredevil, your father. So it wouldn't surprise me that you were also up to some less than placid events. He's like, okay, tell me more. What brings you to these parts? I have to tell you, you're entering into the free worlds, and the airspace there is dangerous, milady.
What's Snargle doing? Because
I'm waiting for whenever that thing comes back. Like you said, he sent it off, and it's going to be back
Yeah.
like any moment. Is he
Yeah.
is he right next to it, or did he like turn around to then talk to her?
I think he's at a desk, so he's talking
Maybe I'm
to...
angling away from it so that you
Okay,
have a chance to get
so Lady Blackbird is like turning and he's following her with his gaze.
like walking
and
around the desk and like sitting on his
thing is
desk.
just like right to the side of him. I'm feeling
Okay.
like
And is it just like sitting on the desk?
I feel like it's actually attached to the wall, so it's kind of like a scanner or something that's
it's like a
hooked
computer
up.
console. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. 2 quick questions. Does he have a
Yes.
beverage on his desk?
he does.
Okay, perfect.
How did you know?
I
He was
just
sipping
guessed.
on some brandy.
Okay.
Does
Does he have a
Snargle-
larger beverage, or does he drink a lot of brandy?
There is a snifter. So there's a snifter of brandy, and then there's the decanter
Perfect.
behind him.
Got it.
Okay. What was your question, Sean?
Does Snargle want like a distraction? Because I think Kale is maybe tempted to use some magic
Oh,
to extricate himself out of this
Ooh.
situation. Yeah, what's the lighting look like in this room? Is there like one main light source?
Yeah, I would say electric, maybe one main kind of electric light on the ceiling, and then in the hallway, like I'm imagining the door is still open.
Right.
Those like 3 guys are maybe like loitering in the hallway a little bit to wait and
they're
see
in the
what's to be
hallway.
done with you. And like hallway lights.
I was thinking of casting a dark spell, but I don't know how what the
Radius is.
Yeah, I guess that would maybe change the difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you tell me, and then I will up the difficulty, or lower the difficulty depending. Or we could do it on like if you really have like you succeed massively, we can call it like a crit and make it like an extra radius.
I'll just wait. I'll see what Snargle's up to. I
So
know
throughout
Snargle
this
likes to
whole
cause trouble.
conversation he's been having with Lady Blackbird, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be like,
So they're like, mar.
I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna like walk up to his desk, like standing next to him, and I'm like I'm like the size of a big toddler, I'd like to imagine, and I'm just gonna like pull on his sleeve, like, hey, 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 can I have that? And like point at his brandy and like just keep trying to interrupt him until he wants to give it to me. And I'm assuming he's never gonna like acknowledge me or give it to me.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna grab the decanter from behind him.
Mm-hmm. Do
Like,
your arms just grow like Elastigirl style, or?
I think I like jump a little bit and I grab it, and then I just sort of, I don't know. You guys just see it disappear down behind the desk.
Okay.
And then during your conversation, you just hear, ah! And he like throws it at this computer. And he's like, oh no, I spilt it. And it just goes all over this computer,
Okay.
trying to break it.
Perfect. Difficulty level on that. I'm gonna say 3. Let's just make it a 3 for fun.
Okay. So then I think I'd like to use. So, okay, if I wanted to use Sly.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, okay, I start with 1. And then
You
if I
start
want
with
to
1,
use
you
Sly.
choose a tag or a trait.
You choose a
choose a
trait.
trait.
So one of the bold.
And then
I
you
can't
can
mix and
use-
match
no.
tags from different.
Mm-mm.
Ugh.
So yeah, you kind of like flow chart down into one. That trait.
Okay. I'll do Sly,
Mm-hmm.
and that gets me 1.
Yep.
And then inside of Sly, I'd like to use distractions.
Yeah.
Crafty,
Sure.
and then I'll spend 2 from my pool.
Okay.
So
I think
6.
that's 6.
Six dice,
Yeah.
Okay, great. And you said it was how difficult?
3.
3.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, everybody's
4.
rolling so well. All
Make sure
right.
you spend those 2 pool.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happens after you throw the brandy on the thing?
I wanted it to
Total explosion?
not explosion, but it just sparks and goes black screen or something.
Okay. Sparks and go. So that machine totally combusted. Captain Hollis looks over and is like, "Good God, man!
Powerful brandy.
It's highly corrosive, that brandy."
Yeah, it just dissolves.
Well, I'm sure I meant
Jack-
to throw it into the little vent on the side of the monitor or something.
It's totally fine. You succeeded, so somehow it works.
Perfect.
So the thing is completely shut down. Captain Hollis strides over and he lifts you up by the collar and he's like, "What have you done? What are you doing?"
Like,
Put me down, put me
Lord,
down."
I'm so sorry about my companion.
Do we think the guards come into the room?
I just
maybe
wanted some
to-
brandy.
Oh yeah, they definitely. The 3 guards stride in. The door is still open, but they, Kale, you are now have 3 guards between you and the door. And they're like, "What's going on in here?"
Okay, I think Kale wants to. I want to cast a dark spell.
I want to cast a dark spell so bad. Go
I
for
want
it.
to cast a spell. So it says use only 1 spell tag at a time. So I guess I get just 1
Dice.
for starting.
So you'll get 1 for
petty
petty
magic,
magic and then 1
then
for
one
dark
for
spell.
dark spell.
Correct.
So 3, just 3 to
Is
start.
that for all spellcasting or is that just yours?
I think that
Does yours have that
is-
quality?
No,
No,
it's
yours
just
doesn't.
Sean's.
Because I'm
Yeah,
a
it's-
master sorcerer.
'cause you're-
Probably because I'm
baby.
petty.
You're
Yeah,
a baby
I'm a
sorcerer.
petty sorcerer.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't break it when I did it.
Also, mine are all pretty different. Like mine's, I can't use light spell and dark spell probably at the same time.
That makes
One's
sense.
a jump spell. So
And
it's
Sean,
no really
how
bar.
familiar
And shatter.
are the members of the crew with your magic? Like, does Cyrus know that you can cast dark spells?
That's a
Are they
good
kind of
question.
like, are they used to this? Is this like your drill kind of a thing, or is this something that they won't know what's happening either?
Nothing gets past Snargle.
Well, there you have it. Snargle just dilates his pupils and he can see in the dark. It's
I have
fine.
night vision.
You have night vision, yeah.
I think Cyrus knows
Okay.
because we're close, but I actually think he keeps it on the down low. I guess spellcasting is not like a bad thing in this world,
No.
but it is like a power that he uses kind of as a backup.
What does spellcasting look like? I'm curious.
I know that's the only thing. Like, how secretive is it? Do we wonder?
Is it like an inner? Because they call it like Stormblood and Flameblood and stuff.
I
Is it
was
like
imagining
an
it.
inner power that is used, and it's not like a studied vocal and somatic kind of thing, or
It seems like an inborn genetic trait,
Mm-hmm.
at least to me. But I'm willing
Maybe if
to
you're like
discuss
a master, like the nobles, or something like
they
Lady
study it more?
Blackbird. Like maybe petty magic, you can teach yourself that.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any of the blood tags. I can't be a Stormblood or whatever.
Okay, so yeah, we'll say if you're a blood, then that means like you were inborn of
Yeah, with some sort of connection.
with power. Whereas petty magics, you learn how to harness the ether of the cold star through knowledge.
Okay, so he wants to cast like an area of darkness real fast, like a quick blackout, basically, to try for like everyone in this room, like including the guards.
How many seconds we're thinking?
Just like 3 or 4. I mean, if he slips into the hallway, he could just like go left or right and be out of sight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I just want to do a bit of darkness and then like extricate myself from the situation.
You're just like,
splitting
peace.
up the party,
Peace.
which is classic GM headache.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, yeah. And I'm gonna say you are a mechanic, so you probably know ships. You and Snargle probably know ships and ship layouts the best. So
Yeah.
just something to think about.
Oh, definitely, because I want to look for the owl basically after.
Okay. So you are going for 3 to 5 seconds of total darkness, covering the whole
Almost
room.
like an electrical, like maybe there was an
Like a
electrical
blip.
outage. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say that's a 3, just so you don't call it. I'm assuming you're trying not to call attention to yourself.
Right. Yeah. No.
Okay.
He's trying to be discreet.
Point.
Okay.
And is
3.
Cyrus going to like know what you're doing and just kind of like let you
I
go,
think
or is he
him
coming
and
with
Cyrus have like a signal. I think he's gonna. I think Kale could maybe leave without everyone like immediately being like, "Oh, there's someone missing." But if him and Cyrus leave, like that's too much.
you?
So
Okay.
I think
So
he
Cyrus is
maybe
gonna
does like
stay.
a special, like either hand signal or yeah, or maybe has like a special like tap, almost Morse code that he can do like on
Yeah.
onto Cyrus or against the wall or something
Okay.
to let him know that he's leaving and he'll be back. Okay. So 3 difficulty, and I have 3 dice to start. I think I'm gonna use 3 from my pool.
Okay. Burn the pool.
Flashback.
That's true. You can use flashbacks.
Oh, just barely. Good thing I used that.
Yay! So what do you do? What does your petty magic look like?
I think for him, he does it through charms. So like his
Okay.
one of his whole secrets is that he has the secret of concealment, so he can always pull stuff off of his body. Like he always has like simple items hidden all over his body. So I imagine he has a ton of hidden pockets. So he has different like charms and
Mhm.
icons to help call upon the magic. So like
Mhm.
basically he just like rummages in, finds it, holds on to it, and then maybe like closes his eyes and whispers a little incantation really quickly to himself, and then
And then
causes it
darkness
to
just like
happen.
blooms out of the charm and
Right,
covers the room.
yeah. Quickly enough, hopefully they don't realize where it came from.
Okay.
And he's kind of already like slinked up against the wall, so once that happens, he just kind of like follows the wall in the darkness. Plus, he's used to doing it. So
And
I
you
guess
don't do anything to the guards. You don't.
do they have something shiny on them? Because
I
then
would
I
say
might.
probably no. Probably no
okay.
shinies.
Not in the dark.
Definitely
Well, I would
not
have
in the
seen it before the dark. And then do you want me to roll sneak?
Yeah, so
sneak as well.
I would say, yeah, we'll attach that and I'll say it's a 3 difficulty too. Since everyone's pretty distracted with the Snargle.
Okay,
The
so
Snargle moment.
I can do burglar, and then I can do, let's say, quiet, darkness, sneak, hide.
I would say hide only works if you're being stationary.
How about dexterous? Because I'm like feeling my way across the wall, along the wall, around the door and stuff.
I will accept dexterous if you're moving quickly.
I am moving quickly.
Okay.
Sarah, as
quiet.
a note before I forget, did I hit my key when my noble traits overcame a problem with this captain?
Yes.
Okay.
Did everyone laugh when I shrieked and threw brandy on something?
Yes.
I think we need to be careful with that one because you're gonna make us all laugh all
Is
the
that
time.
okay? Is that one player laugh or character laugh? Because that's very different.
That's a good question.
That makes the other players laugh.
Oh, okay.
his
And it's
players.
not when
players,
I
yeah.
say something, it's when Snargle
Okay.
So-
says something.
So when you spilled something, you
So
didn't.
probably no.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe just because we're doing this as a 2-shot for now, we'll just say maximum 2 hits on the same key per session. You can level up at 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can buy off and level up. I'm so limiting. I'm sorry.
I know, yeah.
You have
Ugh.
3 keys.
Now you see where I get it from. True. You
Chicken
can't
or
always
egg?
use the same key.
Yeah, you can't use the same. I don't want you guys to always use
Mhm.
the same key, I guess, is the other thing.
Okay. So I've got my base 1. I've got burglar. I have quiet, sneak,
No
quiet,
hide. Dexterous.
quiet, sneak, dexterous, and darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, it was a 3.
Oh,
I knew this would happen to me.
All right. So you do make the room dark, but you didn't notice that one of the guards moved, and you literally like trip and fall into one of the guards.
Oh, you blackguard! What are you doing there? What happened? Why is it so dark? Who's that?
And he's like,
And
"Oh,
he just
screw
starts
that!"
kind of like handling.
Just
Get
going
your
like
hands
this.
off of me!
Oh, the lights flash back
And
on.
they flash back.
Um,
I'm like slapping
And-
this guard away.
smack
Oi!
down.
These guards, they need to learn how to keep their hands to themselves. What do they teach you in the Imperial Navy these days?
Captain Cullis is like, Jones, calm down, and the man just kind of like shoves you away, and he's like, he started it.
Hey. Hey, can you put me down?
Now Captain Hollis is still like holding Snargle.
I'm gonna touch him on the shoulder and just give him like a little bit of a static shock and be like, just to like shock him a little bit so he lets
Poor
Snargle go.
Poor Captain Hollis is
I
just
know.
like, what is this day? My ship is malfunctioning all of a sudden. So 2, I would say, for
Okay.
just a minor shock. Do you want him to know it was you? I guess is my only question before I say affirm 2.
Mm,
If you don't want him to know it's you, a little bit harder.
how harder?
A 4.
4?
It should be
Okay.
no challenge for you, though.
I know. So I start with 1, and then I have Master Sorcerer, Spellcaster,
Mhm.
Channeling, Stormblood, Lightning.
Okay, yeah.
Lightning for a spark, for a little spark.
Yeah, just a little bit of lightning.
A little,
Just a
baby
little baby
spark.
lightning.
A little baby lightning.
I mean, it's not really static shock, it's like actual shock.
Yeah. So you want to shock him to let go of Snargle, nothing else.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'll like touch him so that he thinks it was just like severe static shock. I don't know. I'll roll 6 dice and I'm sure I'll fail. 2 successes.
So what happens when a spell misfires in this world?
It's probably different for bloods versus
Yeah.
heavy magic users.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh yeah, maybe
you-
since it's blood, I'll like give myself a paper cut and then touch him,
Okay.
and that's where the magic channels through.
That's not safe.
Which
or
is not
sanitary.
It's
No.
not clean or safe.
No, but that's fine.
But
They probably, if this is a regular thing you have to do, you probably have like a
Like a little prick.
like a
thing.
mechanism
Yeah,
for it. Yeah,
probably.
like a ring or
if
something that you can
every-
like.
blood has
Slice.
to do it. Yeah.
That's so morbid, but I love it. Okay.
That's great. You're muted, Logan.
You were
Logan.
muted, Logan.
It's like a deli slicer ring. You just chop your finger off.
Oh. Oh.
don't like that.
But
Frodo, no.
the
You got
spell.
10 spells. Go use them wise.
Okay, so
What
the
does
Oh,
a failed
Tanya
spell
had
look
a
like?
good one. Is you realize if you fail, you're going to light him up like a power grid.
that Tanya, we are on the same page here because I was like, I think you kill him or knock him out or light him up like a firecracker. So
That's fine. I'll
And
take
maybe
Okay.
Snargle.
And maybe
Snargle.
Snargle's not grounded, so it wouldn't go through
That's
him.
true. That's true.
Okay, Snargle. We'll let Snargle off with
Just
that.
passes through you like a circuit.
So you like
I'll
reach
just
over
nicely, gently touch him.
and then you fry him. His eyes roll in the back of his head. He collapses on the floor. The 3 guards see you just zap.
Oh my goodness!
The
What
captain.
happened to this man?
The smell of ozone is floating through the air.
I gasp audibly.
And they're like, ah, you know,
I think seeing the captain go down, Kale is gonna leap into action and maybe try and catch the guy closest to him by surprise, and knock him out as quickly as possible. So we got at
Okay.
least one less person. I guess maybe it would change the difficulty if you tried to take on all of them at once. Because I
Yes.
do have dirty fighting as a
Ooh.
tag.
You're
So
so
I've got
full of tricks,
tricky,
Kale.
and then I can do quick, and then I can do dirty fighting.
Okay. I would say, yeah, it just depends on if you want to take on 1 or 2. I would say you're probably behind them now. Like they've forgotten about you and your little tussle, and they've already seen their captain fall on the ground, and they're like charging towards the center for them. So I'll give you that much of an advantage, I guess.
Okay, so then maybe he'll try and go for 2 of them
Okay.
because they're not paying attention. So he thinks he can catch one by surprise, get the other, and maybe he thinks. I guess this is hard. Like he would assume like Cyrus could help out too.
You guys share
Theoretically,
a moment.
we just like
And you're like-
we see when this captain goes down, Kale looks at Cyrus looks at Kale, and then Kale's just like goes in,
Yeah, and just
taking
like-
people
Just
out.
like in Vienna, or
Yeah, it's like, oh, this was right back when we were on that nasty bar in Nightport. It's time to
and
yeah.
Kale
and
is on it. And Cyrus is on it. Okay.
yeah,
So I
with
would
me.
say for both of you to successfully down both of them, that would be 5? 4. I'll give you 4.
You said I had an advantage from being behind them.
I was gonna give
2
you.
out of 3.
She was
I
gonna
was
give
gonna
you
give
10, Sean.
I was gonna give you a bonus die for Cyrus since he is helping you in this situation.
Oh, okay. Well, I
so
don't have...
I'm gonna stick with
5.
5 is extreme. 5 is a lot.
All right,
Yeah.
4.
But these are
Four.
trained guards. I mean,
These are trained soldiers, and this is a effing mechanic.
They
Okay.
just want me to fail. I need this to be. I'm not a mechanic. I am a
Sha-
burglar. And
Sean,
petty
if you
sorcerer.
fail, you get more bonus pool die.
Oh, I forgot I get a bonus.
So it's
pool
not
die.
terrible.
So I'm at.
Did you
5.
guys add bonus die for your failures?
I haven't failed.
Snargle.
He's rolled once.
Okay, so I'm gonna say 5, but you're getting a bonus die from Cyrus helping.
Yeah.
Well, that still doesn't put me very high. Does anybody want to help? real
Snargle?
fast?
Could you help?
Snargle will help.
Because at the moment I have tricky, quick, dirty fighting, so that puts
Yeah.
me at 4, 5 with.
Abby, you can't help because
Cyrus.
you used all your bonus pool.
I got one because I just failed.
Oh, okay, then you can.
Can 2 people help him?
Yeah, I'll say you guys can group move and I'll help.
I'll realize that this static charge is taking this captain out, and I'll just amplify it more, so it also hits the guards.
Can you control it so that it doesn't electrify everyone?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
we're in a metal ship.
I'm a master sorcerer, Sarah.
She is a master sorcerer.
Okay, I trust you. I trust you not to electrocute me in a metal ship, Abby. Okay, so you're amplifying the electricity. Pinpoint accuracy.
Yep.
And Snargle.
Except for that time
Yeah.
she fried the captain.
Yep.
Still accurate, just
It's
not.
because she used lightning rather than spark for attack.
Yeah.
Snargle's just going to leap up onto this desk and start kicking things off of it.
So they
Like,
have to
just
make
dodge.
more of a
so
No,
they're
distraction.
like,
just so they're just like
confused.
confused for like a half second.
Snargle's one rule is not
Ooh,
to put
you
himself
can
in harm's
kick
way.
stuff
All
and I
about
can
distraction.
electrify it so that they're
Mm.
like,
Mhm.
Flying
Oh.
electrified projectiles now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna like leap onto the desk and just start like kicking things off, and like he'll just start saying what he's kicking off. So it'll be like brandy, pencil holder, keyboard, glasses. I don't know, just
amazing.
Oh my god.
drawing the
Glasses.
attention to him,
Okay, got
and
it.
then electrifying them and having him sent off.
So you, Sean, will get 4 extra die because Cyrus, Lady Blackbird, and
That's-
Snargle are helping
That's
you.
3, right?
Sorry, that's 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So you start with a basic
we've got-
4.
Yeah.
4. Yeah, you get
So
1 just for
4.
going.
Plus tricky, plus quick, plus sturdy fighting. Puts me at
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can use 2, 3. I should use 3 from my pool probably.
It's 5.
And
yeah. 3.
Don't forget, you also have the secret of reflexes, which you can use only once per session without
Oh.
before you have to refresh it.
Oh, that is true.
So you can re-roll. You have the chance to re.
I feel like I don't need it right now. Okay,
Okay.
I'll use 3 from my pool.
Get up to 7
So I'll be at 10
or 10. Okay.
dice.
Okay.
But this
Yay!
thank goodness.
They go down. So
Alright.
between all of that, one person's electrocuted, one person gets hit in the head with a stapler, and Cyrus and Kale both clobbered a person in the back of the head, and they are also down.
So
What
there's
do you
one
do
left?
now?
There's one person.
No, there's
left?
3.
There's 3 left.
So there were 3 total. No, you got them all.
oh, okay.
You got them all.
Because I was
So you
originally
got-
going for 2, but
But with
I
the
got-
help,
Yeah.
but with help we kind of
Ggot it.
we
we
kind
got
of just made
7
it a group
successes.
move.
That's a lot.
I
Yeah.
got extra successes. It's fine. They roll
I
over, right?
I expanded it. So they are all 3 knocked out in critical condition, plus Captain, who is probably gonna
Is he
die.
dead?
Would
No,
one of you
he's
2
probably gonna
search him
die.
for the
Oh my
keys,
gosh.
please? We just need to go.
Can I
Um,
slap this guy's face, see if I can wake up the captain?
Yeah,
Or, like, is he dead?
roll. You gotta roll.
Roll to slap.
Roll to slap. Obstacle.
Okay.
What do you want? What do you want from him? I
I
guess
want
my
him-
question.
To be slightly conscious. I want to tell him something and have him hear.
Okay, roll 1 die. Just for me to. I'll make a
Oh.
A fate
yes
die.
or no fate die.
Okay. I mean, I had things to use for this, but that's fine. I could grow my hand and just smack him with it. 1 die.
Yeah.
Bam. 0 success.
2.
Okay, evens is yes.
Oh.
So
Oh.
yes, he is slightly. What are you gonna tell him?
Okay. I'm gonna like get down in his face and be like, "Hey, in the future, you shouldn't probably let us come into here. Definitely don't let me throw things on that. Also, probably don't let her touch you because it didn't work out very well for you. Okay.
He's like, I know that.
I'm just saying, like, you probably won't get very far. It gets scarier if you
Sorry,
just
we
keep
have
letting
to
this happen."
go.
And he's like,
Get the keys.
Okay, we're gonna go now, but just keep this in mind for the future, and then I'll close his eyelids.
his head thuds back down, and you hear
Okay.
just like a deep groan of pain.
Do you
I will
think that counts as changing someone's life for the better?
I'm gonna say that's a no.
Amazing.
You guys can see, I will say that behind him, now that you have a chance to look not at him or the guards, there is a kind of like draft, an engineer's draft of the ship. So you can kind of see relatively where you are. You don't know where the owl is, but you kind of get a sense of the size of the ship and where you are on it. What do you do now? What are you going to do with these unconscious / semi-conscious people?
Kale, drag them in and close the doors, would you? Be a doll.
Yeah, I think while Snargle was messing with the captain, Kale, they were already inside. So Kale's like rummaging through all of their coats. He's actually pulling off their coats and he's getting himself a disguise kind of going. So he's gonna try and like slip into some Imperial Guards outfits real fast.
Okay, perfect.
And he's probably he'd probably try and get Cyrus and maybe Snargle. No, they wouldn't fit Snargle.
The
Right?
clothes. Yeah, Snargle, you tell us, are there goblins in the Imperial army? Like, what's the state of goblins in this world?
I think they are pretty uncommon. Like maybe they're from like one asteroid.
Okay. And what do they like? What do goblins usually do, like for livelihood? Do they stay there? Do they travel?
Um,
Are you a good goblin?
I'm the best goblin. No, I think that we all live on like one asteroid, and we
Mhm.
have just a weird culture and civilization that no one can understand from the outside.
Okay.
And Snargle just happens to be a good pilot. And
Yeah.
so they maybe like the owl landed on this asteroid and the guy died or something. Their
We were
pilot.
refueling and our
And then
pilot
Snargle
died.
Snargle walked up and was just like, "Hey, can I drive that?" And then they were like, "Well, we need someone to," and he was good at it. And so he
How
left.
long have you been on the crew? Do you think less time than Kale?
Definitely.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
first mate.
You are first mate. Okay. Just curious. So, you are a very rare occurrence in this world. So people are gonna remember if they see you.
Oh yeah.
And
Like I feel like most people don't even know what a goblin is.
okay. Much less that they can like change forms and like do
Yeah.
weird things. Okay, so yeah, you can't it would be hard to disguise you as a Imperial soldier.
Hmm.
Like Kale is doing. So Kale is rummaging around, pulling on things. Lady Blackbird, what
Mm.
you doing?
I'm gonna continue.
She's trying to tell me what to do, and Kale's
Yes.
not
Kale's
really
not-
listening.
Yep, that's fine.
Kale is like, I report only to Cyrus.
Kale's doing different things. I'm like, Kale, the keys. We need to find the keys. And you're
Kale's
just
like-
ignoring me. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
just
fair.
rummaging through like Cyrus. They got any good on him? I mean, keep looking. Let's see if they've got any gold or anything. And then he says, "Madam, I know you need those keys. See, my accent has just
You
in the
totally
trash."
switched.
Mid sentence, it became like British.
It was impressive though.
Times of distress. He's switching. He's mocking you now. He goes,
Uh-huh.
"Madam, I know we need the keys, and we'll get them in just a second. But first, we need a disguise."
I think
And so
Snargle has worked with you enough that he knows that you want like anything worthwhile. So he'll search the captain and then he'll just like whistle and like toss a bag and you just like catch it without even looking because it's just such a routine thing.
Yes.
Perfect.
Uh,
Sean, roll a fate die, just one, to see what you get. You get something good. All right, you get minor stuff. So I'd say like a couple of coin. You get like
A
the
pickaxe.
yeah, a
Mining
handy
stuff. Wow,
dandy
you're so
pickaxe.
funny.
You get coin, their clothes.
Maybe like a
Some
badge or like an insignia or anything.
I'll
Useful.
give you maybe like some sort of card key thing that you don't know exactly where it goes to. But
Okay.
Are there robots?
I hadn't planned on there being robots, but do you want there to be?
There always can be. There's always room for robots.
We can put that up for a group decision. Robots,
I like
yay or
robots,
nay?
yes,
I think
yay.
minor automation. Yeah, like
Automatons,
Steampunky.
automaton.
Yeah.
Steampunky robots?
Yeah.
Okay.
like clockwork robots. Okay.
Maybe a little cumbersome, but
Yeah, I was just thinking like we could rip like a computer monitor off and put it on Snargle's head and he could just pretend to be a robot. Goblins aren't.
I am C-3PO.
Are we sneaking off the ship? Like, do we need to not be
No,
seen?
I feel like
or
we're
are we
just gonna run off.
Got it.
we don't
okay.
even know where the owl is.
Gotta find the
Does
owl.
the
Okay,
owl have
eventually-
keys, or am I making this up? That's my real question.
Oh,
I
you
was-
want keys to the owl?
Yes.
I was wondering what keys you were asking
Oh.
about.
Yeah, me too.
I was just making. I'm happy if there are no keys and Lady Blackbird. is
You gotta
clueless,
ask
but-
Snargle. You're a noble. You don't really know anything about flying ships, so you
Snargle,
assume
are
there are
there
keys. Snargle, you fly the ship. Are there keys? How do you?
Every important thing has keys, right?
I think there were at one point. I lost them and I didn't tell
Oh.
them, so I've just been hot wiring it this whole time.
That's a fair answer.
Okay,
So there are
we
no
don't.
keys.
Kale, nix on the keys. We don't need them anymore.
Kale's still rummaging through stuff.
Kale's
trying to-
still
God,
not
cursing
passive
to himself
aggressively not listening.
quietly as he is like trying to find more stuff and it's not working.
Hey, what did you do to that guy?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I
You know,
mean,
you like buzzed him.
I made him feel something, Snargle.
Felt something all right.
He did.
I think the floor when he hit it with his face.
Okay. You guys realize that every hour there is a change of guard. So you are looking at the clock and you see that you have 10 minutes until the hour. So you have about 10 minutes to come up with a plan of where you're going and to deal with this scene, the crime, essentially.
Hey, we only have 10 minutes.
All right, we've only got 10 minutes, and the owl needs fuel, if I remember correctly. I'm wondering, though, if we have a little bit of time for some sabotage. See if we can get to the engines of this big ol' lassie, and maybe not rig her to blow. I mean, that's a little much, but slow her down, or otherwise she'll be chasing us across the high seas.
But if we just take all the fuel, then they can't chase us. And we also have fuel.
I like
No,
that
I know.
idea
Laddie, I think
better.
you're
These people are good
Misunderstanding how
people.
big this ship is.
They pulled us aside. It was a mistake. I'm sure.
Lady Blackbird's so innocent after she just fried someone.
I don't.
Kale's
On
giving you
second
some
thought-
serious side eye.
I don't want to put explosives anywhere near this one.
Okay. You do not handle the fuel. Okay, so you can see on the map that the bridge is 2 decks above the engine room where the fuel is being used. And
I mean, is there like a hangar bay? Like, I feel like we would know at least what room the owl is in.
yeah, you
Because
could
we
figure
would
it
have
out.
been taken aboard the
Oh,
ship
yeah, they would have taken us
on,
off
like,
of it.
they would have.
Yeah,
would have
so
had to have
you,
landed
the
the
hangar
ship.
bay, captain's room here at the front of the ship. Hangar bay back midship to the side. So port side, let's say. So you will still have to go
yes.
down 2 flights and get to the port side of the ship
To get to where the
Mid.
fuel is.
to get to the hangar bay, and the fuel may be stored in the hangar bay. Do you guys remember?
think it's
Oh,
normally in tanks.
mechanic?
I think they would have at least a small amount because they probably have small ships, smaller like
They have
flight
a
ships.
refueling tank in the hangar bay.
So
yeah.
I'm sure they have refueling for this, like the fighters for this kind of cruiser style ship.
Okay.
Maybe.
And you know that the fuel will work from the Hand of Sorrow, our battle cruiser, is the same kind of fuel that the Owl.
Kale will
The
make it work.
universal,
I think it's
universal
relatively-
fuel.
Universal fuel.
I think
There's
it's
no
relatively
diesel.
standardized. Yeah. Worst comes to worst, I'll make it work. Me and Snargle will make it work.
Perfect. Okay. You're like, just give us something combustible.
Mhm.
Right. If it explodes, we can use it to make the ship go.
Too bad Lady Blackbird is not a flame blood. She could
It's true. She could
combust
just
the
power the whole
engines
thing.
for you. Okay. So you guys have a rough idea of where you're gonna go. You know you have 10 minutes.
Do we want to try sabotage?
Yes.
Just don't kill anybody.
So I will, as a reminder for the world, the world is comprised of a sky. It's a floating world. That there's kind of normal oxygen on like the highest layer where everyone is flying, and then underneath there is a noxious cloud layer, and that cloud layer can corrode a ship. The owl can fly in that layer for 4 hours without it corroding. But everyone else, depending on their ship, may or may not be able to go into that cloud layer for an extended period of time. So if you're thinking about sabotage, that could be something that you work into your plan. That cloud layer as a way of just eating away at the ship.
Kale is thinking just like ruin the engine somehow, so they have to spend time repairing them
Okay.
before going right after us. So yeah.
All right. So I'll say the engine room is. We said you had to go 2 decks down.
Yeah.
The engine room is right down at the bottom of those 2 decks.
Is there
and then
like
you
a
have to go down.
nice area where we can see like there's stairs that go down and you can like see down the floors? We could just jump.
Yeah, if you want, you would. That would be a
A
risk, but yes,
stairwell. I have a
you
jump
could
spell.
I have
slide
wind.
down.
Oh. Okay, so I think Kale and Cyrus maybe are dragging like all the bodies into the corner or whatever. Then they knew Kale. I mean, did everyone know Lady Blackbird could use magic?
Lady Blackbird.
No.
Everyone
know
knew you
now.
were
We're
noble.
gonna go with no, but yes now.
Okay. So Kale goes up to you and he's like, "Well, we need a way to let's say trap these laddies in here. You think you can
Oh.
sparky that door over there, weld it shut or something?"
That's not really how sparks work.
Yes, but lightning, heat,
I can try.
Otherwise, we can try and just jam it shut, but that only works for as long as they stay asleep.
Okay, I'll try to blast it. Lost it.
I wanna go
Snargle, do you have
stand
a
on
better
something-
idea?
I want to stand on something that's not metal.
The desk is wood.
I mean, I think you have leather boots on, probably.
Well, now he needs rubber. No, I don't have
Okay.
a better idea.
Okay.
I
So,
mean,
are you
otherwise
guys
we just
gonna-
leave them be.
You guys have to leave the room to weld the door shut from the outside.
Yes.
in.
Yeah.
We're leaving the
So-
room, closing the doors, and then backing up maybe like 10 feet. I'm just gonna blast the doorknob as much as I can and see if it melts it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I?
Okay, maybe Maybe we should come up with a better plan.
Snargle is like,
Is a great plan.
revision.
This is a fine plan. What is your better Snargle? What's your better idea?
Did you find keys? Did you find some keys in somebody's pockets? Is that maybe go to
No.
their office?
I've got a knife out. I'm ready.
Okay, there's no stopping her. Let's go.
Okay. Are you
Okay.
like soldering with a knife? What's the deal?
No, I'm pricking myself, and then yeah. I'm blasting this one out.
Okay. When in doubt, blast it out. That's the motto.
When you have the power of lightning at your fingertips, don't you
Again,
just
are
wanna
we
use it all
trying-
the time?
We're trying to do this secretly, right?
No.
She said lightning, not thunder. She's not going to use the thunder tag.
True, I don't have the thunder tag.
Because that would make it a 5 instead of a 4.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Okay.
Is there, in this captain's room, is there like an intercom?
There definitely is. Yes.
Okay.
Snargle, don't go back in there! I'm ready to blast it.
Okay, you blast it then.
No, that's fine. You can go in there. Oh, wait.
Oh,
The other thing, I do have sabotage under mechanic, but
Then you have to mechanic sabotage.
I have to mechanic sabotage the door,
Yeah.
which I mean has
Hit
a
it with a wrench.
mechanism,
Yeah.
It
a
is.
lock and a key
Yeah.
mechanism, probably doorknob.
I would say Kale sabotaging would be a 3.
Okay, Kale will try and sabotage it then.
Oh.
I know, sad day. So 1 free 1 mechanic.
It's probably pretty
sabotage.
easy to break.
We're
a
standing
lock.
back from the door. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. And you're like, wait a second. Let me try this first.
Kale's
It's
like,
not
hold
just
on.
about like it's not just about breaking the lock. It's about jamming the door so that it can't be opened from
Yeah.
either side. And then I guess he's gonna look for. Can I use spare parts? Could we say like he rummages around real fast for? Maybe if he finds
mean-
the key to the captain's quarters, he can use that to like jam the mechanism.
Yeah,
or,
you
like-
have things that are concealed within you, so
oh
if
yeah,
you
well,
can
but I can only
produce. No, you can use that as many times as you want. You can only use secret of reflexes once per session.
Oh, okay.
So one of
Any
your
common,
secrets
simple item.
you can use continuously, and one you can only use once.
A
Use a jar
padlock.
of glue.
A jar of glue.
um,
I mean, a
mean-
mechanic could have solder or something.
I could, but I don't have any way to heat up the solder.
Her.
That's not also with the threat of a lot of collateral damage.
I swear I can control it.
I swear.
I
sir.
swear it, sir. Just got out of hand a little bit.
We can take a short 10-minute break if you guys
Ooh,
want.
a quick
to,
10-minute break, sir?
A quick 10-minute break if you guys want a moment,
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
because we're about halfway through.
Yeah. Let's do it.
When in doubt,
I
take
need
a
time to think.
yeah. When in doubt, quick 10-minute break
Quick 10-minute break.
to powwow.
We'll be right back.
We're back. Do we have a plan? Maybe.
Maybe. Kale has a
I-
plan.
Really,
So
I came up with
w-
my.
we're in a
stuff.
hallway. Kale has a plan to deal with this lock
Okay,
to keep the bad guys in.
so I think he keeps a bunch of just like assorted sizes of metal, like shims and stuff, and different
Mm.
like shanks and little, just all sorts of different stuff because you never know when it'll be
Knickknacks.
useful. Yeah,
That's
it's just
true.
for shimmying open doors and
Metal scraps
Getting
for
into-
every occasion.
metal scraps for every occasion.
Amazing how you got through Skyport security.
He is a little bit of a hoarder, but it's fine. So
He jangles. If you if you turn him upside down, he.
if
just
you were to
drops.
shake me out, it would take like 20 minutes just to get all the crap out of my my person. Okay, so he's gonna
So
try
what's
and
your plan?
sabotage that door, and then just try and like jam the mechanism by using some strategically placed shims.
Okay, and I think I
So
told you that would be a 3, right?
yes, you did. So
Okay.
that'll use his secret of concealment to have the shims, whatever. So I get 1 base mechanic, and then I'm doing spare parts and sabotage for 4. No, that would give me that would give me 4. Base mechanic, spare parts, sabotage. I'm having trouble keeping track. Ooh, I don't have a big pool.
Tell me about it.
I guess
Did you
what?
did you click sabotage? Sabotage, spare parts, mechanic, your base die.
Yeah, so that's 4.
Okay. I could give you efficiency. You
Ooh,
made an
okay, I'll
argument for
take
that.
efficiency. I think Kale always tries to be efficient. He knows how to work with limited resources, and
And the other option would be blasting it with lightning.
the other option is blasting it with lightning. And he
Just wait until you fail. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
He's efficient.
Okay.
He's an efficient guy. He's
He
quick
can
on
just
the
do it
uptake.
one stroke.
Yeah, hopefully. It just takes him a second to like clock what is the mechanism and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so that gives me what, 5? Do I use my pool or do I not use my pool?
When in doubt, always use all of your
Yeah, I
tools.
know. Gosh, better to use it now. Okay, I'll just use 1 from my pool. So I get 6. 6 on a 3. That should
Yeah,
be
that
fine,
should
right?
be good.
That's statistically likely to work.
Statistically even, yeah.
And it did. Okay.
All right. You have messed that lock up, and no one can open it from in or out.
Perfect. Okay. And then I think we head off
You
to
have
the engine room first.
Yeah, you guys have 5 minutes before the change shifts. So keep that in mind.
We're
Maybe I
moving
should
at a
go find-
brisk
Right.
pace.
We're gonna jump.
It's
We're
only
gonna jump.
2 decks, so that's only 2 flights of stairs.
You guys ready?
Yes, I run and jump.
Okay, we're running.
I have a
and
jump
jumping.
spell, so
But
I guess I don't
You have
Just
cool, you can
advertise
help
my
me.
magic. I'm not gonna use it then. If
Okay.
you're gonna use it.
Snargle,
yours.
you can glide.
Oh, what?
It is
Oh,
under
oh,
your
yeah. I can glide. I'm sorry, I
It's-
Snargle
forgot.
can glide?
You
It's-
didn't know that, but he jumps off and glides.
It was just too good
Amazing.
for me not to tell you about.
It's right there, yeah.
There, is
So-
this, is
What
this
do
gonna be
goblins
like
have, like,
impossibly
webbed
hard?
I'm a flying
Wings.
squirrel.
Hold on. Abby, what were you trying to ask me?
Is it gonna be like? I would know about my powers. Will it be difficult to jump and then like ease the landing and guide us to the second deck down?
Let me consult your powers.
I have
Um,
wind and Stormblood, which would
But
be also wind.
But fly is a thing that you have
fly
to
is the thing, but
acquire.
I'm falling and guiding, not flying.
Just grow the sides of your body out to be long.
I can't
and
do that.
Oh,
Snargle.
what? Why not?
Everyone can do that. I mean, if you can convince Cyrus and Kale to give it a try, I'll let you do it.
Okay.
So can I just like fly around, like glide downwards then?
I think you can like paraglide. You know, like I
Yeah.
don't think you can like
I can't
fight
ever go
gravity.
up. I can
Yeah.
only ever go
No,
down. Okay.
you can like horizontally and fall and
Okay.
glide.
Well, I guess what is this area? Like, can I get somewhere, or are we just bypassing stairs? Or like,
It
can I?
sounds like Lady Blackbird just wants to bypass the stairs and go straight down. Is that what I'm interpreting correctly?
If there's like a massive staircase with a center that we can just
Yeah.
like jump down.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
two. It's only 2 flights.
plan. Okay, yeah. it's
You're
not that
only
bad.
going down 2 decks.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Kale and Cyrus's hands. Like, okay, let's go. We're gonna jump.
Do you
On the
just
count of
push them
5.
off the railing? How do you get them over the railing?
I'm just gonna tell them we're jumping, and then hope that they also jump with me.
Okay, and you like wind push them over.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think
gonna
maybe
jump, and then if they don't also jump, then I'll just go by myself.
I think Kale will go with, but he's like already reaching into one of his pockets for his jump talisman, just in case things start to look bad on the way down.
Okay. And we'll say Cyrus, since he sees that Kale, like, he knows Kale has a jump
Yeah,
talisman.
he would know.
He, like, goes along for the ride. So they're willing. I'm going to say a 4.
4, Sarah?
A 4! Yes, you have 2 other people. You
Okay,
usually, I'm
can I-
assuming, break your fall with, you know, one person yourself.
Can I do a flashback?
Can I do a flashback?
Yes, you
Before we
can.
jump.
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Okay, I
You're
would like-
staring at the edge of the stairwell, looking
Yeah.
down with 2 men.
And Snargle's just slowly.
It's not with a goblin flying down the
Oh,
flights, and
so
it brings
good.
you back to a time when.
Yeah, so I'm like sitting in a sky dock, like standing in a sky dock, and I have a couple of captains, and like I have a couple of first mates in front of me, maybe, and they've come like on behalf of their captains to sell me their ship. I'm like interviewing them, and I get to Kale. Like, so what's
Okay.
your name?
My name's Kale.
Kale.
Kale Arkan.
What
First mate
ship
to the owl.
do you man?
The owl.
The owl.
Finest ship you'll find this side of the night port.
Why do you think that the owl is worthy of my financial support?
Oh, well. I think you'll need to take a little joyride on her yourself to find out. Why don't you come along? It's nothing like being in the air, seeing a ship, feeling it rumble under your feet as the engines roar.
Jump
You can't
cut.
tell anything from this, lassie.
Jump cut to then all screaming as Snargle's laughing, like upside down spinning, and then jump back to the deck or to the dock.
And Abby, what are you trying to refresh your pool? Your
Yeah,
pool of
yeah,
dice.
yeah.
Okay, just so I know. Perfect.
Wait,
there anything
is
else
this
in that?
flashback a refreshment scene?
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Would
can
you
do
like
this
in
as,
on
like,
this?
Flashbacks?
Yes, you can. They just have to sort of make sense on what you're refreshing. So, if you're refreshing like a key or a secret, I would maybe hope that it narratively related to that. But if it's your die pool,
Oh my
it
gosh,
just
can I
has to
refresh
be-
my die pool?
okay, well, just make it something about, you know, meaningful to your backstory.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll maybe we flash forward from that scene to like on the owl.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
well, Kale, I have to tell you what I'm up to might not be the most I'm on the run. But I think it seems like you and your crew might be a good fit for that, if I am reading the room correctly.
Kale kind of gives a knowing nod and he says, we've all been running from something at some point. You know, life ain't always fair, and sometimes the only way to escape is in the belly of a ship, into the skies. So, we understand. Your secret's safe with us. We don't
Kale-
ask too many questions here either.
Why did you guys take this job with Lady?
Well, we always need money.
Cutscene.
Kale has that little glint of greed in his eyes.
Did you and Cyrus both agree to take this job? Like, were you both on the same page or not? Or like, do you, Snargle, and Cyrus all have to agree, or is it just Cyrus? What's the process?
I think Kale defers to Cyrus, but generally it's pretty like democratic. They usually
Okay.
have to. It's a crew of 3 people, so if one person's unhappy, that's 33% of your your ship is suddenly not happy. I think Snargle's probably pretty laid back, so he doesn't really care about
Snargle
much.
just wants to drive this ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Snargle was like an opportunity to drive into the remnants.
Yeah.
Sounds
the
great.
only time he says no is if it sounds really lame.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kale.
And
is-
Kale knows that Lady Blackbird is like big bucks on 2
Big
legs.
Oh,
bucks.
yeah. The Blackbird name is infamous,
Yeah.
like famous. One of the main noble houses. So
Mhm.
yes, he knows all about them. And I think Cyrus isn't initially interested in Lady Blackbird, or maybe
he
he is once he
He
meets
falls under her spell.
her. Says he's completely enthralled by her. So Kale kind of knows he has a thing. He's being like a good wingman a little bit too. He's like, "Well, help her out.
Snargle.
She's trying to find her
Yeah.
lover, but maybe something will happen on the side."
Maybe she'll find a
And
smuggler
either
she
way,
loves
Kale
better.
is gonna come out with more money, which
Yep.
is good for him.
Always
Okay.
good.
Snargle did not want to take this hussy across the world to find something. He wanted to do something fun, and this was not on that list.
You're changing your tune, Snargle.
Well, no, he that doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound exciting.
Snargle,
We're
you
going
get
into
the
the
chance
remnants.
to fly through the most dangerous area in all of the Wild Blue.
Okay, that's all you had to say.
Okay. Are
To
you trying to
find-
refresh your pool too, Logan?
No, I've only spent 2 of them.
Okay, then you're fine. Okay.
I hate you.
I will say that is sufficient character building. You end flashback unless there's something else you guys wanted
Thanks,
to say there.
Sarah.
You're
I think
welcome.
That's good.
We jump.
We jump.
We jump. I think. Do you want Kale to aid you with his jump
If
spell?
you want, sure.
Yeah, I think he'll do just so you don't have to use up your whole pool.
So
So
4 difficulty.
difficulty. Yeah, so he'll give you 1 with his jump spell. So he's kind of using that subtly to slow our speed a little bit.
Why did we not walk down the stairs?
This is faster, and we have 5 minutes.
Every second counts.
Logan, I kept trying to say it's only 2 decks
I
of
know
stairs.
she did, but Abby was
This
really
is
on this
better.
jump. It's more cinematic.
It is more make big moves. Okay.
Big moves. Oh, that's an old meme.
Big moves. Yes, that is an old one.
So, how many die you rolling?
All right, it's difficulty
Chickadee.
4.
I think you
I
could probably do
have-
4.
You always have time for flashbacks. So I start with 1. I get 1 for Master Sorcerer, 1 for Spellcaster, 1 for Channeling, 1 for Stormblood, 1 for Wind. Yeah?
1
I
for
can
health.
make a storm cloud that we can fall down upon, and then a gust pushes us
I'm
onto the
debating
level.
channeling. Yeah.
What is channeling?
I don't
Really?
know.
What is the
What
center of a staircase if not a channel to gently float down?
Yeah,
I
channeling's very
Logan.
vague.
Channeling is very vague, but I feel like that's on purpose, but I could be wrong.
Maybe if it's like a continuous spell,
Like
like, you're
a
maintaining
sustained, yeah.
I mean, I'm
gonna
trying to have us fall slowly and then like deposit us onto the floor that we need to be. That's
For
the goal.
this one time, I'll let you use it, and then if we continue
We'll
playing, we'll
reevaluate.
more accurately define channeling.
So that was 6, and it's
Mm.
4 difficulty. So I'll spend.
including my aid.
Oh yeah, so 7. So I'll spend 1 pool. Yeah. Roll 8 dice. Oh.
Oh,
All right, so you do have you have a
You keep
secret
your
called
aid
Inner
die.
Focus.
Oh, I do. Thank you for the
You can
reminder.
re-roll a failure when
Sure, why
doing
not?
sorcery.
probably worth it, or else we're all gonna be injured.
6
Oh, I
broken
crushed
legs.
it.
Okay,
7
great.
successes.
So you cannot use that inner focus until you refresh. Okay, you guys have like a near miss, like you almost crash into the stairwell.
We fall quickly, and then it's gently.
And then
We're
it-
going very fast for a
and
while
then it's
there.
like
Cyrus and Kale are like, oh god.
the hair is sticking up on end. You're at the bottom of these stairs. Great. You still have 5 minutes. I'll say that all took 5 minutes. The engine room is to your right, and the long hallway down, it's one of those long kind of like cruise ship hallways that just goes in a straight line. You know that the hangar is down the hallway your left.
Right, Kale, go do your business. Do your business.
All right,
In a
time
very
to have
posh
some fun.
accent.
Snargle, you want to join me? See what makes this little baby run.
Absolutely. Is there an armory nearby as well?
I'm going to say no.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll come with you.
All right, so I think at least the two of us go in, and maybe we leave Cyrus with Lady Blackbird for a moment.
I'm gonna peek in the door and watch you guys like destruct.
And I'll just say, since I'm sort of Cyrus, Cyrus is just posing as a guard,
Mhm.
pretending to have you in his custody. All right,
Okay,
you
so
walk
we enter
in.
the engine room.
I'm gonna say there is one guy in there. He, is just in charge of maintaining speed and making sure that everything works out.
Are we moving? Or are we docked somewhere?
No, I think you're moving.
The ship's
Oh.
probably cruising
Oh,
slowly.
okay.
Okay.
They took you, you're on the ship and they're now just cruising.
Okay,
Is there a light switch?
Roll a die.
Okay.
Four.
No. Evens, yes. Odds, no. So no.
That's
Oh, sorry.
even.
Sorry. I looked at one success. Yes. You're right. You're right. That is yes.
Okay, can I just flip that switch and then go take this guy out?
Sure can. What do
Perfect.
you want to what do you
Roll?
want to
Yeah,
roll?
so I have base, and then I want to use goblin because it gets me night vision,
Mhm.
teeth and claws,
Mhm.
quick.
Okay. Quick and agile. They're
Quick
the
and
same
I'd
thing.
probably not agile, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're just knocking him out.
with his teeth and claws.
With my teeth and claws.
You're probably killing him.
Oh no, I don't want to kill him. I don't want to see him suffer, but if he dies instantly, he didn't suffer.
But if he dies instantly.
Cut his whatever the big
His
artery is here.
aorta.
Mhm.
I won't argue teeth and claws, and I say that like you can still knock him out with your teeth and claws.
Okay. Or is he like standing precariously in front of an open furnace?
No, I think he's like, I think it's not like a coal. It's steam powered, but it's not coal. Like he doesn't have to be shoveling coal into a furnace.
Okay. Dang.
I think he's just like monitoring the gadgets and the gizmos. He's looking, he gets direct reports from the bridge asking him to change speeds and
Perfect.
change
Okay.
the furnaces. So he's looking down.
Perfect. So what, teeth and
So
claws, quick, night vision?
Yep. I'll say it's probably a 3. He's not expecting you.
Okay. And I'll spend 1 from my pool. Oh.
Beautiful.
Okay. So I think we both walk into this room, and then you don't even know what happens. It just goes quick. You hear like some scuttling, like a quick yell, and then by the time you turn the lights back on, like Snargle's just standing on top of this unconscious man.
Awesome, I love it. Okay,
Beautiful.
so Kale's going to He looks shocked for just a moment before he kind of nods it off and then wanders over to the engine. And so he's going to take a look at this beautiful. I'm assuming this is probably not. I don't like. It's not going to be the whole engine, or like. What do we think? This is like just one small part of the larger. It's a pretty
Um,
big ship.
it's a big ship, so they probably have 2 different engine rooms, one on each side. So I would say this is the port side engine room,
Okay.
and you can see that there are, like 3 engines or turbine kind of situations happening.
Yeah. So even if they could follow us, it wouldn't be nearly as fast until they fix this.
Yeah, I mean, and they would be listing to one side.
Yeah, they can only go in a big
That's not
circle.
very good. Okay, so he's gonna use mechanic, engines, sabotage, and spare parts again, hopefully. That's 1 for the base, mechanic, engines, spare parts, sabotage.
Abby, you have a question?
So that's 5.
Okay.
I know I'm
You're
so bad
counting.
at keeping track. I have to say it like 20 times before I actually know where I am.
This is counting. This is
Or if you're
question.
Logan, this is I want to talk.
This is a Snargle has an interruption.
Oh, see, I thought that was not it, so I'm glad you told me, Logan, because
No.
I thought that was like nose goes, not it.
How hard is it to sabotage this engine?
Okay, so I think you need to tell me exactly what you like. Are you trying to, not exactly, but are you trying to break all 3 of the turbines? Or are you trying to just
Oh, no, I mean not just whatever's in this engine room.
Okay. So there are 3 turbines in this engine room and there are 3 on the starboard side. So you have 3 to
That's a lot.
You could probably just mess with the controls and like make it so it's stuck at 0 power or 100% power, so they can't
Yeah.
like change the speed, rather than like doing anything to the actual engine.
That's true. Just slow him down.
Yeah, but that would take less time to fix. I do have shatter spells. So
Oh,
it could just be like but
break.
that might be hard to use because the engines are probably pretty big.
You could shatter the controls, but maybe not shatter the all of the engines.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Sparky, sparky, boom. That's the
Heal,
I'm in for it.
shatter the controls then, I guess.
Okay. What do you do with this dude who is knocked out by the controls?
I just
Snargle?
move him away.
I search him, I whistle, you hold out your hand, catch a coin purse.
Thanks, Snargle. You're always a good lad. All right. Let's he kind of like cracks his fingers and is like, let's make this little lassie purr for her last time. Maybe. I don't know. And then reaches into his pocket and it's like starts
1 point to Gryffindor, Sean.
and then is gonna try and shatter those controls.
I
How hard
What
do
the
we
heck
think
do I think that is?
12.
It's definitely
Easy,
not more than a
difficult,
3.
challenging, extreme.
I'll say you're not going for like quiet or anything like that. You're just going
Oh,
straight
no,
up
I
for
don't
like
care.
blow it up and get out.
I'm in
3.
the engine room. I'm sure it's already
Yeah.
really loud, so I'm going for maximum damage.
3 then.
3. Okay, so I'll have a base 3 because I'll have free 1 petty spell and then shatter.
Mm-hmm.
Man, spells are tough. You don't get a lot of bonuses.
Only you don't. Lady Blackbird, she's
Blackbird
using
gets a ton.
all of the tags.
Yeah, I want your tags. I don't even get good tags that I can get for my magic. Oh, I can get spellcaster. That's probably worth getting at some
Yeah,
point.
that is good.
I can use that for
And
everything.
channeling.
Yeah.
When we figure out what
Yeah,
channeling is.
channeling is. Okay. I'll use just 3 from my pool then. to
Okay.
make that 6.
Snargle, do you want to aid him at all or no?
Only if he asks me to.
Okay.
I mean, how much?
6.
You don't have a lot of pool left, do you?
Say 4.
If I use 3, I'm at a pool of 3. Does our pool reset on a new session?
Yeah, I'll reset it for you.
Okay. I'll just go for it.
Okay.
We'll save it the aid for later, maybe. In case
Sparky,
we-
sparky, boom.
Okay, so 6 dice. 1 success. I have bad
Aigo.
luck.
Aigo. Sean, what
This
happens
does
when
not
your
match
spells
my
don't
secret of
work?
reflexes. When my spells
Because
don't work,
you have a different kind of magic than.
I think they backfire on me somehow. So
Okay,
like
so you're injured.
Yeah, so it definitely injures me.
Okay.
Which is why I
Take-
probably try not to use them that often.
Okay. Take the condition injured.
And now I'm just whipping them out left and right. Yeah, I think it literally like backfires and like at least like fractures my arm
Oh.
or something. Like that
So
was
like your
clutching the
spell casting
talisman.
arm. Okay.
I don't think he has a spell casting arm, but it's definitely going to be a problem.
You could
Okay.
take injured condition as the consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's doing. And I'm saying the
Yeah.
narrative is it like fractures his arm.
Okay.
And maybe it doesn't break it completely, but
Okay, so you go to cast this big spell and you see like a fizz out, a fizzle, and you cry out in pain as you hear your arm break in like 2 places.
Right. Yeah. Kale like just falls to his knees, like overhead to the ground, kind of like going grunting in pain. Before he lets his hand kind of fall limp to his side. He slowly like staggers up and his face is very white and he goes, "All right, Snargle, that didn't go so good. You got any tricks up your sleeve, or do you think we should just go?"
What happened to your arm?
Don't worry about it. We'll fix it when it's on when we're on the owl and off this damn ship.
Well, are you gonna sabotage the engine? Is that what we came in here for?
I
You
think...
just sort of held out your arm and then fell down.
I
don't know if that's gonna slow him down.
Take care of that this time, Snargle.
Lady Blackbird, do you think you noticed that this happened or no?
Probably.
Are you
I mean, I am
watching?
like avidly watching through the door.
Okay.
Then you're probably picking up that Kale can use magic.
Yeah.
Because like if all petty magic works with like talismans, maybe most people are more showy about it, but like there's no other reasonable explanation for the fact that
Yeah.
something terrible just happened to his arm, unless I have like some illness.
Yeah.
So
You
you're
guys
I think you're
hear
definitely curious.
the clocks chime. It is now the hour, and everyone is about to change station. What do you do?
All right, we got to go. Get out of there.
Okay, let's go. I'll just like pull you out.
Can we get back to our ship?
I can walk, Snargle. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
It's just me arm.
Oh well, don't put too much pressure on your leg, or it might break too. I guess.
I've got weak bones.
You need to drink more milk.
It's probably happened. Yeah, it's probably happened before, so maybe he does have a bit of a effed up
Body.
arm. Yeah, maybe some unusual.
Is this why one
issues.
knee goes backwards?
That's why he doesn't go searching out fights unless he has to.
Okay, so you hear the sound of booted feet. I'm assuming you take off down the hallway.
Running.
I'm gonna say a group
Hopefully
roll.
not being too suspicious. I mean, do we want to run or do we just want to walk? We have 2 people dressed as guards.
Up to you guys.
Oh, that's fine.
You're gonna
And
I'm
you
gonna
can
make you
just
roll.
charm people out of the
that's
way.
true.
and be like, they're escorting me back to my ship because
Yeah.
we were wrongfully detained.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're briskly walking
You're walking briskly.
with
You-
a purpose.
You're walking with a purpose. So then you see three.
2 more Scottish guards. come out
Two
of
more
nowhere.
Scottish guards.
These Imperial guards are wearing kilts.
They are the most fearsome guards of the Elysium. Do you see 2 guards? These do look more armed and dangerous than the last bunch. You're assuming because their official job is security and not the Joe Schmoes who were in charge of you guys. So you see 2 people with rifles walking down, and what do? You obviously
I
have
can
to
take
pass
it if
them
you
in the
guys
hallway.
don't want to, but you can do it if you want. I just don't know if you guys have like charisma stats.
No, I don't have like nearly any charisma stuff. And I just broke my arm. So
You do, Snargle?
Oh boy, do I. Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
really?
Yeah.
All right, Snargle, lay it on me.
Okay. Snargle will stroll ahead of this group toward these rifled people.
What manner of beast is this?
Hey, I just got sent up here. Back in the engine room, where the control lever is, where those like 83 horsepower engines are. There's been a big accident. Like they were calling for help. I was the only one there, but I didn't know how to help. And then I found these 3, but just paid them no mind. But you probably should go back and help. They said there was something else down there. I don't know if the engine came alive. I've never seen that. There's no protocol for that. I'm sorry.
We're headed to the
Okay.
med bay. We've had an accident.
We've had an accident.
Yeah, look at this guy's arm.
Roll a fate die to see if the med bay is in the right direction. To where you're going.
Oh, what? Oh, no, I wasn't.
Abby.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, I'll do it. 3?
Okay. Odds no.
Okay.
So the med bay, so they're like looking at Snargle, and they're just like, what what is this creature? What are you saying? This lady's talking about the med bay. So somebody's gonna have to roll to convince them.
I got it.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll help you.
Okay, so I would like to. So base die, I'm going to use Sly.
What do you want them to do? So you want to convince them to go
I
to
want
the
them-
engine room.
Yeah, I want them to be like, oh my god, something's happening in the engine room. We got to get down there quick.
Quick,
And
like.
that they just run away down to the engine
These are
room.
not the droids you're looking for.
I've never seen that movie, but yes.
What?
Just kidding. This is a
You're
story
the
for another time.
absolute worst.
The worst.
Okay.
Logan?
Two of
Anyway,
the most iconic things ever.
Anyway, that's what you're trying to do.
correct.
Tell me your roles.
Base die, Sly, sneaky, bluff, trade speak, because I was trying to talk about the engines.
Okay.
What does crafty mean in this context?
You're good at knitting.
Okay. Or like a distraction, like I'm trying to.
Distraction is good.
I will give you distraction since they've never seen a goblin before.
Perfect. Yeah. So 6,
7.
Okay.
6, yeah.
and then how hard is it?
I'm gonna say 4, just because Abby spoke about the med bay and it was in the wrong direction.
Okay.
The med bay in our ship. It's in our ship.
um,
I'm also helping you. I can't.
can I
help you.
bump it up to extreme and get additional benefit? Can I like trade position for effect?
What benefits do you want?
Like they are gonna run down there. I'm thinking, I don't know, try and get them to tell us where the hangar is, or do we already know where it is?
You pretty
We know
much
where
know
it
where the
is.
hangar
Okay,
is.
well, we'll just keep it at 4 then. So I'm at
Okay.
6.
I'll help
I'll
you.
spend all of my pool
I'm
and then
helping
take
you.
one more. So we'll
Yes.
take 11.
11. Okay, fantastic.
Great. And when you spend all of your pool, Snargle, you get a bonus too, right?
One of my
Once-
secrets.
Yeah.
Bam. Oh, not great.
Nice. 5 is
But
good.
this
You
is my
still
lucky
succeeded.
break. So I just get all my pool back.
What?
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So Snargle has a secret lucky break. Once per session, he can keep his pool die when he succeeds.
That's amazing.
When he uses, yeah. So go ahead and use them all. It's basically what they say. Great. So they say they're just utterly confused, but they understand that there is an urgent situation in the engine room, and as luck would have it, like they've maybe been having problems with those engines before, so they know it's an issue, and they just see uniformed people with you, and they just take off running down the hall.
Okay,
Great.
we better move.
So you guys hustle. I'm gonna say that you are within a few feet of the hangar bay. So if you keep going down this hallway, you are gonna enter into the hangar, and you still have to look for fuel if you can find it, and figure out how to get the hangar open and get into the owl and off.
Well, these are a lot of demands right now. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel like those are rudimentary. You don't have to get fuel. You still have a little bit left.
Huh.
You're low on fuel.
I
We
can
could
handle the
convince
fuel
them
issue.
Oh, why? How? We could just convince them to fuel up our ship.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
we just bust into that room then.
You bust into that room. There's no one there.
Oh.
Great. Is there?
I'm sure Kale can figure out how to fuel up the ship with whatever is available.
Yeah. You guys
Um,
did say that you noticed the layout of the hangar when you were escorted on the ship. So,
Oh yeah.
Kale, what do you remember from when you were taken?
I think he remembers that they keep like a couple spare barrels of fuel for like transportation if they need to get it to off of the on and off of the ship. They've got some in the hangar bay to transport elsewhere. So he's really thinking just grab a couple barrels and then bring them on board and do that probably, rather than trying to like hook up the usual like refueling stuff, because he's not even sure if that'll work with the owl.
Yeah. Snargle, you're the pilot. What kind of fuel does the owl use?
I have probably like the worst quality, cheapest, bottom
Number 6 fuel
shelf.
oil.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we have like a clean engine that we burn when we're next to something, and then when we're out where no one can see us, we like flip a switch and we just black exhaust comes billowing out. Like we're half
they
the
can
reason
follow
for that
your
noxious
smuggling.
cloud.
They can
Yeah.
follow your smuggling ship from the trail that it leaves.
It doubles as a smoke screen. We prefer to look at it as a feature. Okay.
Okay, great. You didn't use that engine when you showed it off to Lady Blackbird,
No.
though, I'm sure.
No. I think our engine, it's so versatile that you can really dump anything into it and it works.
Perfect.
Coming at the cost that's not always the most efficient.
Yeah.
Hence why you need to refuel like all the
Correct.
time.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
always just barely plotting our points so that it's like, I think we'll have enough fuel as long as we
Yeah.
don't take a detour.
Cutting it close, but we'll be at Haven on the day of. So you guys see that there are like 10 barrels of fuel stacked across the hanger. And the owl is, for all intents and purposes, just nicely parked, right in the a little spot in the hangar bay near the door. And so, what do you guys do first? You can see that there's
Alright,
maybe
Snargle.
a control room.
Get the owl's doors open. I'll bring in the fuel.
Okay.
Cyrus and Lady Blackbird, or whatever your name is, Lady. What's your disguise again?
Natasha Siri.
Natasha
Lady
Siri.
Siri. Get those hangar doors open.
Okay.
Okay. I think Snargle whips out like a key fob and like doot doot, and then the doors like open.
I thought you said you lost them.
I lost the keys. I have the fob still.
And Snargle, how do you feel about the owl? Are you
I love
like,
that.
are
Oh,
you
gosh.
like, I'm back with my baby?
Yeah,
Are
the
you
owl is his favorite thing in the world. It's
okay?
his one true love. It's why he left home.
Why? Like, how do you greet your one true love? Are
He-
you worried that she was taken care of like while you were gone? Like, are you checking her? What's the deal?
She can handle some stuff on her own. She's just,
Okay.
I know she missed me, so I
Okay.
think he's just really eager to get back into the little steering wheel.
Okay.
That's where he feels the most at home.
The
Little
like
goblin
cockpit
heart.
used to be fitted for a regular sized person, and instead of actually changing any of the fitting, we just added some booster seats in there.
And he's got like little blocks
just,
on
like-
the pedals so that
yeah.
they're like extended.
No, he just makes his arms
He
longer.
just stretches his feet
Oh,
in his
that's
arms.
true. That's true. Good point. Good point.
It
Okay,
comes
so
unconsciously to him when he's flying.
Mhm.
you don't have to roll anything for the owl at the moment, Snargle, but you are in and opening the doors to prepare for Cyrus and Kale. Lady Blackbird, how you gonna get those doors open, girl?
Yeah, is there a control room or something?
There is a control room. It's unmanned because
Okay,
they hadn't been
fantastic.
planning on using the hangar.
I'm gonna grab Cyrus's hand and run him up to the control room.
And he's moon eyes at you the whole way.
Yep.
He's like, she loves me. Okay. He's like, she's taking me to a secluded spot.
And then we're gonna get there, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
point at the controls. I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna smile.
What do you want him to do?
I would like for him to open the hangar bay door so we can escape.
Okay.
Bat my eyes at him. Cyrus, would you be a dear?
I'm trying to decide how this works.
I'll charm him.
Turn him into a deer.
It's a deer. I don't think you need to charm him. Like, I
Okay.
feel like he wants to do that. It's just a matter of
I mean, I could do like cunning codes to figure it out as well, if you want.
yeah, I think you can say that you're like charming him like narratively, but I think you'll have to find something to do and he will give you a bonus die.
Okay, fantastic. I'll roll, yeah, cunning, and then does codes make sense? Maybe there's like a manual or something that I can decipher.
That's not the right sheet. This is the right sheet.
Or
Cunning.
under Imperial Noble, you're educated, so maybe
Yeah, I have
you
educated
have
in
educated
science.
science.
So that might be good too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either one, I'll give you.
Okay, how many dice? Or what's the difficulty, I guess?
3 to just get it open.
3 to
4
get
to
it
get it open with nobody.
Okay. So I'll do, yeah, noble, base, noble, science, educated.
Is this to open a hangar?
Yes.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. She just took a special class on opening hangar doors,
Yes.
and it was part of
Can
her
I do-
science education.
Etiquette?
No.
It would be like Imperial hangar bay
No.
door opening etiquette.
No. You're already getting a bonus die from Cyrus.
Okay, 4 plus Cyrus bonus die. 5, difficulty 3. With,
Are you going for 3 so people will still know that you've
Yeah.
opened it? Okay.
sure. And then I'll spend 2 pool.
Oh, go up. No one needs to hear us.
No.
No.
So I'm at 7. Oh, I should have gone up.
Okay, so you do successfully open the hangar door. An alarm then proceeds to go off.
Fantastic.
Because
Kale starts hustling even
it
more.
was not an authorized
Oh,
opening.
did my noble traits overcome a problem?
Sure. We'll say your noble background overcame a problem.
Fantastic.
Like
then if
the
my- if-
second.
If my noble background gets us in trouble, I'll get more XP.
Yes, but we said only 2 XP per
Yep.
per key.
The moment that the
Yes.
hangar day starts opening, Snargle already has the thing on, and it's like starting to.
It's like backing out.
Yeah,
It's
like you
going.
guys are gonna need to run
Burp,
and get on this
burp,
thing.
Okay.
So
Kale's
Kale,
like, Snargle,
Kale.
slow down, Snargle.
Kale is like rolling a barrel towards you.
I
and
know,
is-
I'm trying to roll these goddamn barrels.
So yeah, what are you doing, Kale?
I'm trying to get these barrels on this goddamn ship. And my pilot's leaving without me. Oh my gosh. Can I use so I'm trying to like, can I roll something? I don't know. Do I need to roll something? To just roll? I mean, he's really just trying to get these on the ship, and then he needs to get the fuel into the engine.
You are across the room from the owl. Logan, you're backing the owl towards the edge of the opening. So like I'm imagining you're moving away from where
Mm-hmm.
Kale is. Okay. So I think you could
This is the worst.
this is the worst. I'm trying to think of a good way to make this not the worst. It kind of falls under dexterous. So you could say burglar, quick.
No, but I don't
dexterous.
really have anything. I could
My-
do tricky for quick
Uh-huh.
escape
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Uh-huh.
tumbler. He starts doing tricks. He rolls.
He gets on
He's
top of it and
tumbling
like
the barrel. He's tumbling the barrel. Because none of the burglar ones really make sense, other than dexterous.
Well, I will give you can re-roll on this because you have your secretive reflexes. So if you make it about like dexterity.
Yeah,
you
I mean
have
it
that
is definitely about dexterity. I don't think I don't think I want to use the burglar just for dexterous, but I mean he's being quick. He's trying to be nimble. He's rolling those barrels as quick as he can.
I'll give you a 3 because the hangar bay is slightly tilted. So
how many
so
are you
they-
rolling?
2.
You're only rolling 2?
Yeah, I had low aspirations, and then they got even lower once my pilot started
What?
taking off
What is
without
it? Your
me.
base, and then what?
I have my base, then I have tricky, then I have quick,
you have
and
3.
escape.
So that's
4.
4. That's not 2.
He's rolling
2
two
barrels. You-
Oh,
He's,
I don't
he's
know.
rolling. He's rolling.
How many
2
are you
barrels.
rolling?
How many
Oh, that's what
dice?
Dice.
I thought you. I'm rolling 2 barrels. Do those
Okay.
have sides on them?
I will help him. I'll hear
Okay.
him call. I'll flip it into reverse and like come
Scoop
flying
him up.
backwards
Try
at
and
him.
scoop them up.
Yeah, so he just
Uh,
he just rolls them and you catch them essentially, since the floor is slide.
And I'll use one from my pool then, since I'm getting help. Okay, so which means I'll be rolling 6 die total.
Nice.
We made it.
Woohoo! You have stolen fuel before.
I have. I mean, probably many times actually.
It's on the reg.
It's fairly usual. Normally, Snargle doesn't try to run away from me first before he comes back to pick me up, but
All right. So I'm assuming you push the last barrel and then what do you do? Are you just like running after it? You're just like charging after it back to the, the open hatch in the owl.
oh yeah, yeah. He's just like running along with them, like, come on, baby, my babies,
Keeping them on track so they like
yeah,
don't go off.
exactly. It's like
Okay.
whatever that old medieval game was with a stick and a hoop.
Yes.
I think like
Yes.
back in the control room, Cyrus sees it turn on. He's like, "Oh God, we gotta go."
Yeah. Come on, and he grabs Lady Blackbird dashingly by the hand and pulls her out of the control room. And what do you do, Miss Lady Black?
I'm running.
You're running. You're running.
I'm gonna
Okay.
run and get onto the ship before it leaves.
I will let
me.
you guys all get onto the ship safely. Snargle, how do you proceed? Oh, great pilot ship.
Oh boy. Okay. So we'll just sort of. So the ship is on. Everyone gets on it. We go right outside the thing, and then I cut the engines, and we just fall for like 500 feet just to get some distance, and then I like flip it back on. And
We have warned Lady Blackbird this is a common maneuver, and she's been strapped in.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go and since we weren't able to sabotage it on the inside, I think I'm gonna go like I don't know, shoot the gun at the propeller or their like just rudder so they can't steer. Well, do these
Okay.
have rudders or are they more high tech than that? I don't know how airships work.
Ask Kale. He's a mechanic.
I think this one's definitely more high tech than that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably external like engine
Mm-hmm.
pieces that you could shoot to try and stop it, but it's also pretty well reinforced because I'm sure it's a military ship.
I'm imagining more like jets than
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then we'll just try and fly away. I'll try and
So you drop 500 feet.
yeah.
We do have custom engines and a supercharged steam drive. So
And you have special mystery fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never decided what that was.
actually just nitro.
Yeah. I think we'll drop 500 feet and then I think I'll like take off into a nearby asteroid field or something. Like try and lose them in that.
Okay. I will say that is pretty 3.
Do I do something cool or risky when piloting when I turn it off to drop and then turn it back on?
I can't remember if you said that was normal or abnormal.
It's Snargle normal,
It's
but it's
sure.
still
You
risky
do
and
something cool and
reckless.
risky. I will say that,
Yeah.
yes.
I think at the
It's-
very least, an asteroid field's risky.
That's
Mhm.
true. I'll give it to
Okay, so bam, I'll hit that key, and
you. Whammo
then
blammo.
you said M 3. Okay, well I'll just
Okay.
get base.
Because you're just trying to lose them. You don't
Yeah.
want them to be able to track you.
Yep. Base pilot Maneuvering, tricky
Mhm.
flying,
Hmm.
navigation,
Sure.
evasion. Did I already say that?
Sure.
No.
Daring.
I think no, you said tricky, huh?
Tricky flying. Tricky flying's one.
These like all apply.
Atmospherics? You're in an atmosphere.
I think atmospherics is when you go into the
Yeah,
cloud
no,
layer.
I've not atmospherics, and probably not steady.
You can get a trait
Mm.
that's just the owl.
Oh
if
yeah,
you're
so
ever
every time I
using
fly the owl.
One trick one. Yes, I'll let you do daring. I'll let you do evasion, tricky flying, navigation, and maneuvering.
Okay, so
All
7.
of the first line except for steady.
Yep.
It's a
And
lot.
then yeah. Okay. Great.
It's your
You're at
moment,
7.
Snargle.
Yeah. Bam. Ooh. Okay.
Wow.
3
Close.
successes.
That's close.
So there's a moment like you drop down and like maybe
Sometimes the engine doesn't turn back on.
Yeah.
Kale hears it like starting to not. He's like in the free fall. He's kind of used to this, and he starts hearing that the engine's giving him trouble restarting. And Kale's like, "Oh God, bless every god above."
And then it turns back on.
And then it turns back on. Great. And you guys all head into there's like a common right outside the bridge. So Snargle, you can hear what they're saying. And you guys have to decide where you're gonna go next time.
Oof.
So you have the Hand of Sorrow with a possibly dead captain.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely looking for you.
Stuck in his office.
Stuck in his office. You have 2 tanks of mystery fuel that will last you mystery amount of time. And you still need to get Lady Blackbird to the remnants, but first you need to find out how to get to the right place. So that's probably, a trip to Haven or Nightport at the very least.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're going to Haven,
Yeah.
so definitely Haven or Nightport have the opportunity to find what we need for that. But yeah, I think we can
Leave it there.
leave it there. Let's do that next week, next 2 weeks.
Cool beans. There we go. Did anybody get 5x?
I got 1.
Sarah, did I
Yeah.
perform well enough to fool someone with my disguise in the beginning with the captain?
Were you in disguise?
Yeah, I told them
Yeah,
my fake
she-
name.
Oh, you told him the fake.
I feel
Sure.
like okay. Thank you. That's all. That was the only key I think of.
I'll let you do that.
Thank
Snargle,
you.
I think you got more than one. You made
Or
people
did you
laugh.
use it for your pool?
Yeah, I mean, the first time I put it in my pool and then I didn't call it out. Could I do remember back when I threw something on the computer? Was that
Mhm.
reckless?
Yes.
And did it get me put into trouble because he picked me up and then he had to be killed because of it?
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't have to be killed, but he was.
He didn't
Okay.
have to be killed, but he was. I would say yes.
Okay.
And you didn't really tell anybody that's what you were doing either. You just
Yeah.
kind of did it.
Yep.
Can
I
I
wouldn't
get key of the mission? Which is really generic because it's just
yes.
hit the key when you take action to complete the mission.
I also have key of the mission.
Y'all with your magic missions over there.
Snargle, I'll let you take that one for that too then, if they both have it. So
What?
everyone can get one.
Oh my goodness, Sarah.
Don't give him free keys.
He has make people laugh key. That's like cheating.
Yeah, that's like cheating for Logan.
I did limit how many times he could make
That's
people
true,
laugh
that's
though.
True.
Okay.
Let's see.
And Kale, I'll let you take one for fraternity because you have been working with. You've been
Yeah,
working
I
with
was gonna
Cyrus.
Yeah,
say
that's cool.
I want one for fraternity too.
Did I help you when you were in trouble, Kale?
No.
I don't feel like that was significant help.
No.
Okay.
When you helped me, what, twice?
No. Like, if I help you, not mechanically help you, but like just help you when
You
you're in
don't
trouble.
like seeing anyone suffer, even your enemies. Hit your key when you help someone who's in trouble or when you change someone's life for the better. I
Mhm.
don't feel like it was. I feel like you were helping within the context of like being a crew.
Okay, that's fine.
Wow, that's funny. Snargle has a conscience? That's very unusual.
I know, it's very
Snargle
weird.
is a
So wholesome.
very conscientious goblin.
I
So
think
where are
that's
we at
all I
XP
have.
wise?
I have 4.
Or
I only have 2. I wish I didn't actually steal anything cool or score big payoff. So I can't really get Key of Greed.
yeah,
I
and
wanted
it
to.
didn't get you into trouble. So that's
I mean, if
when.
you give me,
Oh, do the keys have to get you into trouble too?
no,
Well,
you.
if it
yeah.
gets you into trouble, then
You get
that's
2
when
XP.
you get double XP.
Yeah.
So like
Where
if
does
Abby,
it say that?
it says that under keys.
The second paragraph says when you hit your key, you can take an XP if you want to, and when it gets you into trouble, you get 2 XP.
Oh.
So just narratively, Sean, next time if you want to make that happen,
Oh yes, I will be making that.
you can. And the fun thing about this game is once you hit 5, you can immediately take an advancement. You don't have to
Yeah,
like
it is
wait
cool.
for a refresh scene or anything like that. It can happen whenever you wait on it or not.
Did you
Yes.
want to give me that extra 1?
Are you at 5?
If you give it to me.
No.
I'm
No,
fine with not
I'll
having it,
say
yeah.
no. You guys can all level up next time.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't have enough, so that's why I was like, to be fair, they can all.
And then
He's
suddenly I
getting
had the most.
plenty of XP.
He's secretly got the hoarding XP.
I agree. I do deserve a key for my Scottish accent because it's amazing.
Oh,
Thank
Tanya.
you. Not Tanya. This was Yug.
Doug.
Oh
Thank you.
yeah, I can't see the chat, so
Yeah.
you know, it's just all guesswork.
It's
for me.
not in there. I know. I need to look. There's keys. What new keys can we get?
Yeah,
The
so
key of
this
the
is
traveler, the key of the broker, key of the tinkerer, key of the pirate, and key of the vow. Key of the traveler is cool.
the key
Or
of Traveler
broker.
is
I want to
cool.
do key of the broker actually. Really bad.
So you can either accumulate. So you can think about. We can think about Cyrus, and if you want to keep him.
I know. I want to keep him, but I don't. I feel like his key is going to be hard to take advantage of.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Well, we
When
can
he's not
talk
actually
about
playing.
playing him.
Yeah.
A good way to.
Yeah, we'll figure it out in the downtime.
Yeah, so you guys can always buy off too if you decide you want to. But that I think is it. Next
Yes.
time.
So fun, Sarah. Good job. First time
Yes.
jamming.
Great job for first time. It's so
Yeah.
hard.
Jamming anything. I picked really well. I have to say, for all you people out there watching, if you want an easy system to kind of jump in and get your feet, it's a pretty user friendly
Yeah.
to start with. And like could be really easy to change into like whatever you want.
The system is very Burning Wheel-esque, I think, which is helpful. It
Yeah,
reminds
like-
me of Duel of Wits a lot, just because you're like playing towards all your stuff and then you count them out.
Right, yeah, a little bit.
I did see somebody had recrafted like Jedi Lady Blackbird.
Oh
which
my
I,
Right, yeah,
goodness.
which
you
I
could do, like,
thought was
Star
pretty
Wars
cool.
Oh, the world
sci-fi.
is so cool though. I love that it's steampunk but also magic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So maybe we can think a little bit if now that you have your characters, you guys can let me know if you have like deep stories, deeper ideas on how your magic works. You know, how Lady Blackbird, you can think of how you and Uriah met.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea about tell us your love story right now. Let's do it now.
Right.
And then
now.
And then we will leave
The
our
Pirate
lovely
King
friends.
Uriah Flint.
Yeah. Tell us, what's the flashback? Flashback to this.
He
How did you meet your one true love?
he sieged my planet,
Your whole planet?
my whole planet.
How
Elysium?
romantic.
He sieged my whole planet.
Okay. And your heart.
Or and my heart. Yes.
Sounds like a cheesy romance novel.
It does.
I can already see like the back flap with the description.
No, he was sieging the whole planet.
For what? Why? Why?
For glory.
For
As
To show that he was on
as
par with
any
the
pirate
Imperial
king
Navy.
does.
Okay.
And then he came down to see his spoils, and I wooed him into letting the planet free again. And then he left, and I haven't seen him for 6 years. I know in my
6
heart that we're destined to be together again.
That's
Okay.
it. We're taking you across the world for that.
Yes.
Terrible. We'll
Did you
workshop
share
that.
a night of passion? Were there letters involved? Like,
Well,
how did
yes,
you guys
but I'm not
express
gonna
your
that's
feelings?
private, Sarah.
The people want to know.
What's more passionate than burning away her planet bit by bit?
With his flame blood magic. Setting her blood aflame. Oh, God. Okay. It'll be great when you guys meet again.
Yeah.
6 years, huh?
6 years.
6
No,
years.
that's what it says in my Key of the Mission stat block, so it has to
true.
be true.
It
I had
does, yeah.
forgotten. I had forgotten that key bit of information. So
Now, I feel like Uriah Flint is a morally gray person,
oh, for sure.
but Lady
mean, he's like a
Blackbird
pirate
is
king.
into it.
What? Okay, we'll learn more
We'll
next
unpack
time.
that later. All right. Thank you
All
for
right.
joining us, everyone.
Yeah, we'll do
What's up next week?
Tales from the Loop next week, and
Yes.
I'm planning on doing a GM prep sometime before Tuesday, but I don't know what day.
Oh.
Are
If
you
you have
gonna
a-
live stream it?
Yeah, I'm gonna live stream it. So if you have a preference, let me know. I was thinking maybe Thursday, maybe Saturday. It just depends. But I'll tweet before I go live, and then it'll be casual. But I need to do some prep because we're kind of going into the territory of the book doesn't tell you what exactly is happening. So I need to figure out what is happening.
I'm gonna watch it incognito.
No.
No.
That's a no.
Borge
Bad
suddenly
Borge.
knows everything that's happening.
Yeah, so we'll do whatever I decide for Tales from the Loop next week, and then we'll be back to this in 2 weeks.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Sounds
We'll
good.
see y'all next week.
Next
We'll
week.
see y'all next week.
Thank you so much.
Bye.